Imagine waking up every day with a fire in your chest so intense it won't let you sit still. A fire fueled by the knowledge that the path you're on isn't just about making money, but about breaking free from the chains holding back your potential. You're not here for comfort or safety nets. You're here because the usual ways of playing the investment game are tired, slow, and frankly, designed to keep you stuck. You see others settling for predictable returns, settling for safe bets, settling for a life that's safe but empty. And deep inside, you know you're not made for that. You're hungry for something bigger, something that shakes your very core and demands your full attention. Private equity. This isn't just another choice. It's a rush, a pull, like nothing else in investing. Once you taste the real power behind it, it grabs hold of you and doesn't let go. Here's the brutal truth nobody's ready to say out loud. Traditional investing is a game rigged to put you to sleep, to keep you distracted with noise and easy wins so you never ask what you're really capable of. But private equity? Private equity is the edge, the untamed frontier where real growth happens, where your decisions shake markets, economies, and lives. It's where professionals who are tired of playing small become unstoppable, but it demands more. It demands obsession. It demands a willingness to burn what you thought you knew and build from ashes. And that's why it's the most addictive form of investing. You've felt it. That gnawing pain of watching opportunities slip right through your fingers because you played too safe or moved too slowly. Missed deals that could have changed everything. Partnerships that didn't materialize because you weren't connected to the right people at the right time. The frustration of real value standing right in front of you, but shrouded in complexity, risk, and fear. Those moments sting, don't they? They crack open something raw inside, an urgent call to break free from the dull, the mediocre, the good enough. You want to be the one who sees beyond the veil, who moves fast, who acts decisively. Yet the world keeps telling you it's impossible, that bold moves are reckless, that security is king. But imagine flipping that script. Imagine harnessing private equity not as a mere tool, but as a lifestyle, a mindset, an addiction that drives you to better versions of yourself. It's in private equity where failures aren't dead ends but fuel, where complexities are puzzles waiting to be solved, and where the elusive, massive returns aren't fairy tales but the natural reward of relentless pursuit. You start seeing patterns invisible to others, understanding industries from their core, shaping businesses not from the sidelines but from the very heart. That's where your power lies, not in safe bets, but in bold bets. Bets that require resolve, grit, and the kind of critical thinking that cuts through hype and hears the truth beneath the noise. Here's what sets private equity apart. It gives you ownership, control, and the power to change outcomes. You're not just watching numbers on a screen. You're shaping futures, rewriting flawed systems, and unlocking potential buried in what looks like chaos or failure. This sense of mastery, of being the architect rather than a pawn, that is what hooks you. The deeper you get, the more you realize investing isn't about following rules. It's about breaking them when they no longer serve you. It's about being so selective about what you back that hesitation disappears. It's about connecting with the few who burn like you do, those rare souls whose visions ignite yours, and together you create something unstoppable. Every time you walk away from a deal that's average, you're freeing space for something extraordinary. Every time you dig deeper, challenge the conventional wisdom, and refuse to accept limits, you're rewiring how you approach risk and reward. The emotions you'll ride, the thrill of a winning acquisition, the heartbreak of a deal gone sideways, the raw power of turning around a company that others wrote off. These are the high stakes that make private equity unlike any other ride. And once you get a taste, ordinary investing will no longer satisfy you. It's too bland, too powerless. Because private equity demands your full focus, your relentless energy, your courage to be misunderstood and unbound. But here's something most people won't talk about: the loneliness. True, this path isn't packed with cheerleaders. It's demanding, isolating, and often feels like a war you fight alone. That's why the real power comes not just from private equity itself, but from the network you build around it. Aligning with people who don't just get the game but live and breathe it. People who see your fire and match it with theirs. People who help you stay sharp, challenge your thinking, and amplify your reach. Because no one succeeds in a vacuum. Real addiction isn't to the money or the deals. It's to that raw, synergistic connection where misaligned brilliance suddenly aligns and conquers. That's when the invisible magic happens. That's when you transcend investing and start creating legacies. So how do you channel this addiction without losing yourself to the constant chase? How do you turn private equity into a force that serves your vision rather than enslaves you? First, recognize the truth. Freedom isn't given. It's taken. It won't arrive in market corrections or bull runs. It's forged in the long game, the patient, deliberate, sometimes brutal journey that makes you sharpen your instincts and expand your reach. You must be ruthless with your time, your partnerships, and your decisions. Focus on what moves the needle profoundly, not just what looks shiny and busy. Develop an obsession with understanding industries at their roots, not surface-level headlines. Invest in people whose inner fire rivals yours, not just those with the right title. Build a circle so tight that camaraderie isn't noise but fuel. And above all, keep questioning everything you think you know. Complacency is your enemy here. Listen closely. This is no comfort zone. This is not for the faint-hearted or those who want a predictable path. The rush of private equity is the rush of creation and destruction. It's about tearing down the old systems that no longer serve progress and building the future with your own hands. Every deal is a battle, every negotiation a puzzle, every portfolio company a battlefield for transformation. And within this chaos lies the greatest reward, becoming who you were always meant to be, sovereign, critical, transformative. Your will becomes the weapon that cuts through illusions. Your mindset, the key that unlocks doors no rulebook ever imagined. The addiction? It's in the power, the raw, unfiltered ability to rewrite the rules, to mold industries, to align with others blazing trails at the edges. It's in the thrill of outsmarting the system that wants you to settle for less. It's in the clarity that comes from stripping away distractions and honing in on what truly moves markets and people. Once you feel it, that ceaseless hunger to break the mold, you never step back. You only move forward, faster and farther. This isn't about money alone. It's about transcending a broken system that sells freedom but chains the mind. It's about reclaiming your power as an individual who refuses to settle, who rejects the fake comfort of mediocrity, who burns rather than bends. The private equity world waiting for you is not just a marketplace. It's a crucible where you forge your destiny alongside others who refuse the status quo. It's a place where difference isn't just accepted, it's celebrated. A place where rare brilliance meets rare opportunity, where the misunderstood find their tribe, and where the future is crafted not by consensus, but by the will of those willing to burn brighter, louder, fiercer. So ask yourself, are you ready to dive into this obsession? To harness this untamed force that challenges everything you thought you knew about investing and about yourself? Because once the fire takes hold, once the private equity hunger roots deep inside, it doesn't simply change your portfolio. It changes you. And that change? That's the real addiction. The addiction to becoming more, to unlearning limits, to building something no rulebook could have ever prepared you for. The choice isn't easy. It's for the few who hear the silence inside and refuse to be quieted. For those willing to burn the scripts handed to them and write their own. If that's you, welcome to the spark that will consume everything and ignite everything next. The private equity journey is waiting, the addiction is real, and the freedom is yours to claim.